What is up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if this is your very first time joining me. My name is Jessica. I'm a mother as well as a makeup lover, of course. So for today's video, as you've seen by the title, I did purchase the brand new Lunar Beauty Nude Prism eyeshadow palette. So I'll go ahead and insert, kind of while I'm chit-chatting with you guys, I'll insert, I did swatches for you guys. I started with the two like matte rose, and then I did the shimmer rose. I have to say, so like just from the swatches, they're very like silky, and the metallics are very shiny, so I do really like that. I really just wanted to focus on the eyeshadow palette today, so I am just going to be doing my eyes, but I also wanted to incorporate the other Lunar Beauty products that I have, so you know, the blush palette, and then as well, you know, his lipstick. So yeah, I also used the shimmer for my highlight today, so I did show that as well. So if you guys are curious to see how I created this rose gold eyeshadow, as well as my thoughts and opinions on Lunar Beauty's eyeshadow formula, which I've never tried before, then please do keep on watching. I already primed my eyelids, and I've actually been trying a new thing out with my brows, so let me know what you guys think if you like them. They're more natural, just filled in a little bit, but not as like filled in as I usually do them. I don't know if you can really tell, but I've been doing my brows differently. So of course, look at that. I know you guys have already seen the packaging and stuff, but I mean, just look at it. So this is what she looks like. And of course, I already swatched it and stuff, so you guys have already seen all that. So I'm going to start by taking this shade right here, which is called Sakura. I watch anime sometimes. I'm kind of cool. This is my first time trying Lunar Beauty's eyeshadow formula, so we'll see. Definitely a lot of kick up in the pan, but that's okay as long as they're pigmented. So I'm just gonna start by going right into little circle motions. Since this is like a nude prism palette, I want to keep everything very more natural. So I'm gonna bring this all the way into my crease. This is a beautiful, like, dusty rose color. It's gonna be perfect for what we're going for today. Now I'm gonna take this Jessup Small Tapered 222 brush, and I'm gonna go into this shade right here, which is called Milk and Tea, which is like a mauve color. But I just really wanna use this color. So I'm just gonna go right over the edge of that first color, little circle motions. I opted for a fluffier brush because I'm also going to use this brush for my lightest color, so it's going to work out great. So I'm just going to kind of keep the edge like rounded. I'm not too worried about everything blending perfectly because I will go through it all again. So I'm just kind of laying color over that. Okay, so dusting that same brush off, I'm gonna take the shade Bear, which is just this kind of like pinky, like very light pinky color, and I'm just gonna go right over this just to soften everything out, and then I'll go back through all of my colors again and reblend them all. So far these shadows are so smooth and buttery. I'm not having like any issues whatsoever blending them, so I'm really digging this formula so far. Let's see how the shimmers perform. You know, I'll give you guys my thoughts at the end. So this is really mauve toned, so I'm actually going to take a little bit of this brown shade right here called Moody, just on the same brush that I took the shade Sakura. And I'm just going to put this a little bit in my outer corner and a little bit in the crease, just to kind of give it a little bit of warmth and some depth. And then I'll just go back through the colors again to make sure that that's blended into everything else. Okay, so what I've been using recently to cut my crease is, of course, the P. Louise Cut Carver. I think it just oils up a little bit better than Vaseline does, which is really nice for cutting the crease. I like to take the Makeup Shack T37 brush. It's just nice and flat and round. So I'll just pick up a little bit of that Cut Carver, coat my brush in it, and then I'll just kind of cut out the shape that I'm gonna want. So I want a really sparkly lid, so I'm gonna cut this pretty high, and you can tell where the cut crease will be because it's just shiny. Okay, then I just take my Q-tip, wet it, and just trace that line. Make sure to clean off all of the product, because if you don't, makeup won't sit on top of it. Okay, so now I'm going to take some more of my P. Louise base, and I'm just going to go ahead and lay this down. And I really like to take this Doll Beauty DV11 brush. So now I'm going to take that same Bare shade just on a fluffy brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and set this down. And I'm just going to go back through with the first shade that I used. And I'm just going to blend that edge together. Doing little circle motions right over the back of this. So for this kind of rose gold vibe, there's kind of two shades in here that I think, so this one's pink, but I think this one's kind of like rose goldy, so I think I'll actually take this shade first, which is called Expose, and then I'll go ahead and take the shade Sam, which is really pink, and hopefully that'll kind of make like a rose gold. And I'm just gonna tap this right over. You know what, I'm going to take this flat brush and take the shade Expose. Okay, so now this is the shade Sam. I'm just going to go right over. Okay, so I was just doing my face makeup, and I thought it would be fun to also just include like the other Lunar Beauty product that I have. So I do have one of his lip glosses, and then one of his lipsticks, and then I also have the Nude Prism blush palette. So this is what she looks like. Yeah, so I'm gonna start by taking this shade right here called Gravity to bronze up my skin. So I already did the rest of like my makeup, my foundation, concealer, cream contour, cream blush, and powder. So all that's left is blush and highlight and setting spray. But I feel like that's boring, you know? Nobody wants to see such face. So I'm going to take this on this little tiny little P. Louise brush. And I'm just going to kind of go over like the perimeters of my face. Now I'm going to take this really big fluffy brush. This is just a Real Techniques brush. And I think I'm going to start by taking the shade Spacey, which is like the same kind of like mauve tone as my eyeshadow. So I'm just going to kind of keep this close to my temple to blend into my eyeshadow. When I do under my eyes, I'll blend that better, but just like that. I'll take the shade Soleil because it has a little bit of a sheen in it, a little bit of a shimmer, a little shine. Pat tap that in the front, blend it to the back. The nose, just tap it over that. Okay, so this is what the skin's looking like. So now I want to go back into the palette. Do I dare? Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Okay. I'm gonna take the shade So Icy as my highlighter today. So I'm just gonna go in with little amounts. Because this is a shimmer, right? So I don't want to get too crazy. Just slightly build it up. Okay, so there we have it. The face makeup is done, baby. Let's see. So I'm actually gonna start by taking the same shades. I guess we'll just do the same order. And then we're just gonna... No fighting, you guys. I hear it starting. Don't even start. So I'm just going all across my lash line with this. Dust that off, and then I'll take the shade Milk Tea. No fighting. Then I'll take shade Bear. These are so silky, honestly. And I'll also bring that all the way out here. Okay, so because this is a more natural look, I'm gonna take these Ardell lashes, and these are the Light as Air lashes in the style Bonus, I think. Ardell actually sent me this new collection over, so I'm really excited to try these out. They do come with this little like lash glue, but I'm not going to use that. And then I already know which lip combo I'm going to be going into. So I'm going to take this LA Color lip liner in the shade Natural. And then I'm going to take this Bite Beauty lipstick in the shade Sorbet because it's like pink. And then I'm going to go over it with the Lunar Beauty Aura lip gloss because it's more like brown. So it's going to be a vibe, you know. So let me go ahead and apply the rest of my makeup on, lashes, lips, and then we can come back and I'll give you guys my final thoughts and opinion on my very first time trying Lunar Beauty's formula. So here is the completed look. I went very natural because I feel like with the Nude Prism eyeshadow palette that I really wanted to do something more nude, everyday, wearable. Kind of went towards like rose gold was kind of like my theme for the day. So this was my very first time trying Lunar Beauty's formula, and I do have to say these shadows are very silky and very creamy, and the like shine shimmery, god, I'm so rusty at this, the shimmer eyeshadows in this palette are so like reflective and like just like wet looking, and I'm actually very pleased about like this whole formula. It actually makes me want to try out his other eyeshadow palettes. The reason why I never really purchased one of his other eyeshadow palettes before was just because the way that they were set up was not aesthetically pleasing to me, though his packaging is always like A1. Ever since I started trying Lunar Beauty, everything that I have tried from him, I have been highly impressed and thoroughly enjoyed. So I do really want to try his lip oils. And I do also want to get more of like his lip glosses and his lipsticks. But now I really am inclined to try more of his eyeshadow palettes just to see if this is like a different formula or if they're all that good. Then I'm very highly impressed. I think that all the shadows are really silky, and I really love the way that this is set up, like with the light tones, the shadows, and then like the deeper tones, and then it all goes from like light to like dark. I think it's just all very aesthetically pleasing. I love cherry blossoms, so the packaging is a 10 out of 10 for me. And if you haven't tried Lunar Beauty and you are like a natural queen, I would 100% recommend trying this eyeshadow palette. I think that you will love it, and it definitely makes me more excited to try more Lunar Beauty products. So yeah, I'm very happy with this eyeshadow palette, and I'm really happy to have it in my collection. And stay tuned for more videos because I have a few more ideas of stuff that I want to do with this palette. So yeah, that is going to conclude today's video. So I really hope that you guys did enjoy. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you like me and if you like my content. And without further ado, we're gonna go right on ahead. Roll the clip.